Ladies and gentlemen, today's a fun day. We're going to do something slightly different. We've got to get to the gym, so let's run over there quickly. So pulling up to the Planet Fitness just now, sorry about the wind. I'm going to put a timestamp here if you want to skip to the more bookery part of today's session. But for now, we're going to get a workout in and talk a little bit about why this is the most important part of my day. After a quick gym session, feeling much better, feel recharged. Went ahead and played golf in the morning, shot the best round of my life, +8, shot 78, so we broke 80. That's, not the regular, but we're gonna take it when it comes by. Finish up at the gym, feel really good, and that's kind of what I want to talk about just a little bit today, which is obviously I'm doing my best to open up and kind of pull back the curtain on what life looks like for, I guess, regular people, degenerates like myself. The balance is so key, especially when you're doing something like this. Poker can really drain the emotional bank account, is what a phrase I've heard before, and it couldn't be more true. There's times where you're on the highest of highs and you're almost on a winner's tilt, we all know and love. But the worst is when you're on the downside of a poker swing, and it's can get really hard to muster and to deal with all of it. So the gym has really kind of taught me discipline. I come every single day to the gym, or despite popular belief, this body that you see in front of you, the near 80 pounds I lost, 0 of those pounds were lost because of Ozempic. It's just been hard work, diligence, and the gym, and obviously eating a little better. Ladies and gentlemen, this is now the poker segment of this episode. So enough of all that stuff. Wanted to talk to you guys about a couple of really important tournaments that you guys can find yourself playing. What I would recommend doing with the rest of the World Series. If I'm not mistaken, there's 20 days left of the World Series of Poker, which means there's not that much time to get out here, but you're wrong. One, because I believe there's a couple of other tournament series that go beyond July 17th, which is the final day of the World Series of Poker, but there's a bunch of really great value tournaments to be had at the World Series. There's a $600 event today that you guys will unfortunately miss, but there's also a wonderful event on Thursday, which is going to be June 27th, of course, June 27th. It comes after the 26th, actually, oddly enough. It is a salute to the warriors. So big shout out to the servicemen and women of the United States. I'm very thankful for the people that are in the service and in the military field. They give up their freedoms and liberty to make sure and ensure that we have our hours, which is, a big shout out to them. So I believe a portion or the proceeds goes to the to a charity that they work with to help veterans, which is sick. And that's a $500 buy-in. It's a little bit of a turbo style tournament. It's like 30-minute levels, but it's going to be the most fun you probably have in the World Series. It's this Thursday, so if you're not out here already or if you didn't make the plans, it's one of the cheapest ways and the cheapest barriers of entries to getting yourself in a opportunity to playing in a World Series of Poker event with a real bracelet. And you can make a whole weekend out of it because the Colossus is this weekend, guys. $400 buy-in. They're doing like a bajillion flights of that. I think 4 flights? 3 flights? I think it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It might even be Monday. They're going crazy with it. So that's going to be a ton of fun. I had a really dope record where I cashed the Colossus 3 times in a row, and then it finally stopped last year. So that kind of sucks. But anyways, BJ is going to talk to you a little bit about how he did in the Millionaire Maker. This was our only little horsey left because the rest of the C2 members just straight died. So fast that I couldn't even make a video out of it. Catch.
Yeah, so we did the Millionaire Maker Day 2 yesterday. On Friday, we got into Day 2, and then on Monday, we were able to last until about 3 p.m., which got us a cash of $31.50, which was pretty sweet. We got to double that $1,500 buy-in. And yeah, it was fun. It was a good tournament.
But yeah, this was more of a vloggy style video, mostly because I didn't have anything to upload today. And I didn't want to leave you guys hanging. But I wanted to be honest, talk a little bit about the successes I've had, obviously in the weight loss stuff. in the gym journey. And more importantly, I want to give you guys a little bit of the free alpha, and that is to come down to Vegas if you can't. If you can, make it out here because there's a bunch of good tournaments. And there's a freaking daily deep stack 3 times a day, every single day at the World Series of Poker. Granted, you won't win a bracelet, but there's always 5 figures easily in these for first place in these events, which is sick. So BJ and I are going to get ready to head over to the 600. I might dip in the pool, but that's going to do it for today's episode. Stay happy, stay healthy, and more importantly, y'all, we're going to get to the tables. Deuces.